I might have to take back what I said about it being a beautiful beach, because it's kind of gross.
It's Evan and Megan again, and welcome back to Two Up Travels.
Hey.
We are here in
Antigua, Guatemala.
And it is pretty rad. We have a whole condo to ourselves. We wanted to talk about where we came from yesterday, which was Lake Atitlan.
San Juan de la Laguna.
I realize that I mess up just about every single place that I try to pronounce.
So we started in Chela, which is where we saw our last video, and we took about a 3-hour drive to Lake Atitlan.
Passing an auto hotel, do you want to explain what it is?
Okay, so we've been seeing these auto hotels everywhere. You see that giant heart right there because they're like love hotels is how they were described on the internet. And basically you can rent them by the hour, but they are called auto hotels because they're super discreet. They have like garages, so you drive in and then you close the garage behind you so no one ever sees you, and then you can go up to the room, and they're actually pretty nice from what I read on the internet. And then they have like a chute that you like send the money through to pay for the room.
Most of the ride was pretty, non-eventful, and then we started coming like down the mountain, and the road quickly changed to being like way more steep and way curvy.
It was nuts.
Yeah, how was driving on that?
It was interesting. I mean, having like not only just a big bike, but you on the back and all of the gear, like when you're coming down and you're like turning, it's just like that point between, the bike being upright and then the bike almost feeling like it's going over, like happens so fast. That wasn't super fun, but it was okay because after a couple minutes, like we came around the corner and
We were like, oh my gosh, the lake!
The lake!
It just like, boom, came out of nowhere and punched you in the face with all its glory and beauty.
beautiful.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. And then for some reason that inspired us to start singing.
Since I can't play the Jurassic Park theme music on YouTube, let's just sing it for people.
I only know the Indiana Jones theme song.
Well, you can go ahead and sing that too. Go ahead.
Dun 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 dun.
Okay, a couple octaves lower. You're blowing out my eardrums.
But anyway.
But it was so pretty and just so unexpected because you're just like winding and going down. You're getting close, and then all of a sudden you turn the corner and it's like, ah,
Yeah, there it is.
right there.
Yeah.
It was like when we saw Denali for the first time,
So we made it to our accommodation.
which was a little difficult to find.
So Megan and I have made it to the town, but we're having a really difficult time finding where it is we're supposed to go. So I'm just kind of parked at this church area while she's off seeing if she can figure out where it is. It can be very difficult to find and check into accommodations. There isn't usually like addresses like we would be used to in the United States. You can see behind me one of the chicken buses. These are actually old buses from the United States mostly. I drove school buses, and these are pretty funny to see. And these are stick shifts and very difficult to drive, I would imagine, but they're cool. I miss it. I miss driving buses, so it's fun to see these around. They're very colorful and they take pretty good care of them. This one's a little beat up, but.
So there's like 13 villages around Lake Atitlan, and some are known for different things. Like Penchikal, however you say it, once again, is like the super touristy spot, and we didn't want to go to that. So honestly, I found the cheapest Airbnb that had free parking. So that's how we picked our town.
Yep.
And we ended up being in San Juan, and it was a really, it was perfect for us. It was kind of touristy, but mostly it was with Guatemalan nationals.
Yes.
That were there being tourists, and a couple international people. And we would rather kind of spend our time in a place like that. And it was a nice vibe for us.
Okay, so it was no small feat, but we did manage to find a restaurant where we could get a seat, and we have a pretty spectacular view, as you can see from where we're at. We're swooning over this place right now. We're at a restaurant that brews their own beer.
There's the beer. You see that beer there? There you go. First meal of the day. Nachos con guacamole. We got some ceviche coming. And there's the ceviche. Boom. How was it, Megan? It's good?
Couldn't wait for the camera.
That's okay, you don't have to. Megan's dying on the inside from cuteness. So this is the same area we were at earlier. Hopefully you can hear me, it's super windy. This is the same area that we were earlier, but it's evening, so the lights are on.
Water's really warm, actually.
They're grabbing the fruit. Passing it down. And away they go. Into the fruteria.
Out of all of the time that we spent there, I think the pinnacle of our experience was climbing a volcano, which was, okay, so let me just put a little bit of context to this so you have an idea of what we're getting into. Megan and I have not been working out at all for, well, she's been working out a little bit,
Hardly.
but still.
We don't work. It's been like 5 months since either of us have been like
5 months.
in shape.
Yeah, either we're on the motorcycle or we're not on the motorcycle and we're eating, we were in Mexico and we're like just eating food and like, you know,
We're
drinking
enjoying our
beers. Yeah, we're
travels.
having a good time. So we're not exactly like in insane mountain climbing strength. However, we wanted to do a hike and there's a lot of hikes around Lake Atitlan, but we had read that there's like bandits that can hang out at the top and they'll like rob you. So we found one hike that has police on it and we were told that it is a safe hike to do. So we're like, awesome. But it's 4 miles long, so 2 miles up, 2 miles down, and there's 4,000 feet of elevation gain over those 2 miles. I'm not kidding you. As soon as you start the hike, it's just up. And it's not just up, it's like Stairmaster up. It's brutal.
I like a good hard hike, but that was an ass kicker.
It was an ass kicker.
And what do we have here? We did find a coffee plant. Look at those little guys.
Well, are these the coffee beans?
I think so.
Neato.
Very neato. And then the lake.
It's about 3 hours up.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
All right, everyone, place your bets. What do you think lives down here?
The upside down.
A big snake, maybe?
Stop it.
Whew. Still going.
Oh yeah.
Well, so far we've been super lucky and this entire hike has been in the shade. But now, oh God, why? Why am I being such a baby?
You didn't put on your SPF.
That's true. Okay, so here's checkpoint number 1. See the lake? God. So, just saw an old man, and he had the strap around his head with a huge bundle of wood on his back, walking down the hill. It's crazy. Okay, everyone, so we made it to a small checkpoint here, and there's police along the way, very friendly folks, and you can see behind us we have the lake, well, maybe, and then they hike up here every day. They've got a little hangout where they've got a fire, and they're just kind of chilling, and they hike up here every single day, which is crazy. So, yep, just making some friends. So, anyway, we're close. They say we have about an hour left before we get up to the top. We made it to another police checkpoint and they told us that the top is about maybe like 20 to 30 minutes away, but there could possibly be bandits. So we are going to go up there and see. There was 4 people from France who went in front of us. So go to the top, take a picture, come back. So that's what we're gonna do. I don't know why they're not up there, but whatever.
This is probably my most embarrassing moment. So we go up there, make it to the top, and it's just a spectacular view. And we see the people from France sitting there, and they've been hanging out for a while. And I was like, well, that's dumb. Like, there might be bandits up here. What are you doing? But they said they didn't see any. So we were like hanging out, chit-chatting. And then before you know it, over this like rock, there's this like guy that pops up, and he's wearing a mask that like covers his, face.
Comes up from out behind
of
rock
nowhere.
and jumps down.
Yeah. And so then I look at Evan and I'm like, we need to go. That's a bandito. He's gonna rob us. He's gonna kill us. So then I like instantly look at Evan and I'm like, what did I say?
We need to go now. And I was like, okay. So I start walking down with her because
I
she
like hop down and
beelines
run.
it. But I turn around to look, and all the French people are kind of like really confused, and they're like, no, this is our friend. This is our friend. Oh, Megan, that's one of the French people.
He wasn't a bandito at all.
Oh my God.
But then I come back and we all laugh about it, but I'm like, why are you wearing a mask? Like, we're outside, whatever. And he was laughing.
He said it was cold.
He said it was cold.
Well, Megan, we made it to the top. This poor chap, she thought he was a bandit. What's your name? Michael. Michael? Michael. Okay, she thought he was a bandit because he had his...
Mascot.
It's okay, we're all good up here. No bandits, no bandits, just French people. So, yeah. Take a look at this, though, huh?
I was so embarrassed. It was hilarious. They all laughed about it. He pulled out his knife and pretended to threaten us.
Yeah, it was funny. He's like, give me your money and your phones. But that was a good hike, and then, we came back down, and we...
Coming down hurt worse.
Coming down hurt worse.
It's our old man knees.
Yeah, but it was really fun. The police officers took our sticker and put it on their phone.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are rad.
Hey, everyone, check it out. That's right. Gracias, amigo. Okay. Hey.
En la moto.
En la moto.
Yeah.
Sí. That really means a lot for a small channel like us right now. It really means a lot when people support us like that and they care. So thank you. Take a look at these just tasty views, dude. What do you?
Thank you.
And then the following day...
Good afternoon, everyone. And hello from another beautiful and windy day here in San Juan. Megan and I are going to walk to the beach. There's a beach, and maybe swim. It's kind of cold, we'll see. We really adapted to Central America. Like, if it's anything less than 80 degrees, it's cold outside. And it's currently 71. But we're gonna buy some beers and go to the beach and just kind of hang out. So we've seen this a couple times now with the corn being dried out like this. Look at the colors of it.
Yeah, the like blue corn. Hello.
If anything's like within a 40-minute walk of where we are, we will almost always walk instead of taking any sort of public transportation because we're stubborn that way.
We are stubborn and cheap.
Okay, 5 quetzals a piece to enter the beach, and here we are. Wow, it's pretty. And there's like no one around.
I know, even better.
This is perfect. Well, everyone, I think I might have to take back what I said about it being a beautiful beach because it's kind of gross.
It's a little dirty.
Let's take a look. Look at all that. Yum.
There's a very sickly looking dog over there by some girls.
Yeah, that poor dog's not looking good. Anyway, still nice though. Let's find a spot to hang out. It really is unfortunate that such a beautiful place like Guatemala is still treated like a dump. This seems to be a case in a lot of places. Maybe it's just human nature, I don't know. But I mean, you have a beautiful beach and there's just trash everywhere.
Yeah.
It's really unfortunate. So there's just garbage floating in the water. Take a look. I don't know if you can see it, but directly in front of us, there's just garbage everywhere.
Yeah.
We'll just sit on the beach and drink our beers.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all. It's always important to remember to rinse your the tops of your beers before you drink them here in Central America. There's like dirt and other things. Cheers. The Lake Atitlan, right?
Atitlan!
Now, if you remember from yesterday, Megan and I did a hike close to here. And if I'm not mistaken, this beast right there is what we climbed up and the source of all of our misery today.
So we ended up going to one of the larger towns that is near, and we took a tuk-tuk there. which was cool. We took a tuk-tuk down into town, and the tuk-tuk drivers were really nice. And our Spanish is finally reaching a point, especially in Guatemala, where we can have these conversations with people.
Yeah.
And so we talked a lot about what it's like to live here, and like, you know, how the kids all, you know, pretty much work and don't go to school, because school is pretty much reserved for people who are like rich or, you know, have families in a big city. So that was kind of interesting to talk to some local tuk-tuk drivers about that stuff, and then just went to San Pedro and did the stuff. So grabbed some money out of an ATM, and then ended up finding a really baller ramen place, which was so good. This dude was from Tokyo, and he rode his motorcycle, his Kawasaki, from Canada all the way down to Guatemala.
Yeah.
He's been there for 9 years, and so he hooked us up with some really good food. Yeah, the next day, yeah, we left. Being from Oregon, being from the valley specifically, it looks so much like Oregon. There was so much farmland, and then just like
rolling hills and like the trees.
Yeah.
Because we were very like mountainous.
Yeah,
Yeah, it looked a lot like Oregon.
it was crazy.
And then you look to your side and you see a giant volcano. So
Yeah.
that's definitely not Oregon,
there's a
but
big ass volcano sticking out of the earth. So
tomorrow's Christmas. Happy Christmas Eve.
happy, oh yeah, it's Christmas Eve. Yeah, so here we are. We might take some pictures and throw some stuff up on our Patreon. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. Megan does blog posts and exclusive photos and things on Patreon. So if you want to see some extra content and you also want to support us, you can do that for as little as $1 a month if you so desire. So that's about it, guys.
Yeah, now we're gonna just hang out.
Now we're just gonna hang out. Well, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, write a comment below, you know, just
Subscribe.
oh yeah, subscribe, that's really cool.
That's what we care about most.
Thanks for being here. We look forward to seeing you in the next video.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Much love, everyone.